Welcome back to the channel, Den members. My name is Matt. Today we are actually going to be doing a gun showcase, gun review on this precision rifle here. This is the Howa 1500 HCR. I do want to do a full disclosure real quick. This is not my rifle. This rifle has been provided to me and to Phantom Llama's Den by a good friend of the channel, a good friend of mine, David. Thank you for loaning this to me. Thank you for trusting me with this, especially this scope, and we'll get into that briefly in a little bit. I just do want to say that I am not being compensated in any way to do this video. I'm not being sponsored to do this. For the Karens who definitely are not watching this video, cleared gun, safe. Can you start trusting me now, Karen? Thanks. As I said, this is the Howa 1500 HCR precision rifle. The HCR stands for Howa Chassis Rifle. Essentially, you have the Howa action, that's the barrel and the receiver, the bolt action, all of that. That is made by Howa, a Japanese firearm company. There are a bunch of different models of this gun. This particular rifle, however, this is on a MDT LSS XL frame. So it's very modern, very sporting looking. Honestly, it's a really nice looking gun. One thing I will say to start, it is deceptively heavy. When you look at this, you think this might be polymer. This frame is actually solid, high quality aluminum, very secure, very stable. When David first gave it to me, it just caught me off guard just how hefty it is. With the scope, this weighs in at 11.5 pounds. It's not an unwieldy firearm. However, it does have some weight to it. The barrel on this rifle is a 24-inch cold hammer forged medium heavy barrel. The twist rate is 1 to 10. Honestly, just like the frame, it is a very solid construction. It adds to the weight, but it just feels really good in the hands. I will say that this model of the Howa is chambered in 308. You can get this rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, 223, and I forget what the other one is. On top of the receiver, you have a little bit of Picatinny, so you can mount any kind of scope that you might want, any kind of optic. David has chosen to put a Vortex Strike Eagle 5 to 25 zoom scope on this. The reason it looks so big, for those of us that are uninitiated, it has a glare shield on it. Moving back from the barrel, you have the bolt action. Now, admittedly, I don't have much experience with bolt action rifles. After shooting this, after getting a taste of this rifle, I might be adding one to my collection in the coming months, because I really do like the feel of this rifle. The bolt action is very smooth. It's a very smooth operation. The safety is actually pretty neat. Maybe this is something that's common to bolt action rifles, precision rifles, competition rifles, but the safety on this rifle is actually a 3-position safety. So all the way back is a full safety. You can't pull the trigger and the bolt is locked in position. The safety in the second position allows you to manipulate the bolt. So you can eject a spent cartridge, you can load the next one, but the trigger is still locked. You cannot fire the weapon in the second position. With the safety in the third position, that unlocks the bolt and it unlocks the trigger. And while we're here, just like my first time reviewing a bolt action on the channel, this is my 2-stage trigger, and I gotta say, I really like this. So this 2-stage trigger, there's take up, you hit that definitive wall, and that is incredible. It's an adjustable trigger in this. This one is set at about 2 pounds. I did a pull test on it earlier, but this is about a 2-pound trigger. This trigger is very light, very crisp, very definitive. This might be one of the nicest triggers I've had the experience, the pleasure of using. Let's move on to load capacity. Real simple, it comes with a 10-round proprietary external magazine. To remove the magazine, there's just a lever. I made the joke to David when I picked it up. I was like, oh, so it's an AK. The pistol grip and the adjustable buttstock are just Magpul, so you can actually swap those out to make this more for your own preferences. So I do like that on here. That That's pretty cool. And for those of us that need a longer length of pull, you can adjust the buttstock. So, David, there you go. Fixed it for you. That about covers it for this firearm. There's not a lot about it, not a lot that makes it special or fancy, but I really just like, again, the utilitarian nature of it. You want it to have a nice light trigger, which it does. You want the bolt action to be easily manipulated, and you want the ability to put a good optic on it, a good scope on it, and you want it to be able to hold zero, and it does all those things. The nice to haves on this really are the adjustable buttstock and the fact that you can swap in a pistol grip. Like me, I personally like a more rubber texture feel to it instead of just the hard polymer feel, but that's just me. Not too shabby, considering I am very unfamiliar with this rifle. It's my first proper bolt action in a while, and I'm using cheap ammo. I'm told that with the proper loading and proper ammo, he can get groupings that you can cover with a dime. I believe it. I mean, again, I have no experience with this rifle. All things considered, between my own shakiness, unfamiliar gun, scope that I'm not gonna adjust based on what I'm shooting, and the ammo I was shooting, I'm really impressed with this gun. Clearly, this rifle is more accurate than me. I definitely want to get something similar, something comparable to this down the road, and start working on my marksmanship. My one regret is that I didn't have more time with this rifle. Yeah, David, if you are at all interested in selling this, I know you're not, I'd be interested in buying this off of you. That's gonna do it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for future content. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get notifications when new videos go up. As always, don't take life too seriously and make it a great day.